Hello and welcome to my channel, Creative Control. Happy New Year to all of you as we still in January 2021. I wish you all the happiness and wealth in this new year, and if you didn't forgive, please forgive because you wanted to start fresh. Today's recipe is going to be about kisra, but before we start, please don't forget to like and subscribe and tap the bell so you can be request of our new videos. And we're making two recipes of kisra today. There is the old recipe, which is like most of all of us know that recipe our mom and grandmas used to do, and there's a new one, the new one that you can make it the same day and just make your kisra without the leftover of again. I don't want to explain too much. I'm gonna go and show you the recipe and how to make it and how to start your kisra for the first time you do kisra. Let's go and see the recipes for the kisra.
To make your kisra, here are the ingredients for how to make kisra.
I'm using maize. You can use maize or sorghum, but I like maize because I like the yellow color, and white plain flour. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna start with the flour. I'm using this cup for the measuring, of course, and you need water. Of course, I'm doing this measuring for the new person who's learning to make kisra. If you're the old person, of course, you know how to make your own kisra. This is the flour I used. Right? Two. This is 3 cups of plain white plain flour. I'm coming to the maize. One. Two. So I use 2 cups of the maize flour and 3 cups of white plain flour. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna add in my water. Almost the half of the jug. So in this case, you can either use your mufraka or use your hand. I'm gonna use the mufraka. I don't want to use my hand exactly. If you don't have anything that to mix it with, you can use your hand. So, come inside, see. I'll show you inside how it will look. So you try to mix it until it's almost smooth. This is the first step of how to make it. So the first step is just to mix it like that and leave it for tomorrow. So the process of kisra, the old kisra that we know our moms and our grandmas used to do, this is the one that I was telling you about. So you just mix it like that and leave it for tomorrow. Tomorrow it will rise by itself, or put it in the sun, and then tomorrow you will find it like is a bit sour, and then you're gonna add more of the flour and the maize and the flour in the recipe. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna pause it and just leave it for tomorrow. So this kisra is for tomorrow. You can't make kisra at the same day because it's not gonna be like perfect, because first of all, when you try to make the kisra, it just goes like all messy around. You need it to rest. It has to rest. If it doesn't rest, you're not gonna have the perfect kisra. So now I'm gonna close it and leave it for tomorrow, and then I will use this kisra for tomorrow. So I'm gonna close this one and I'm gonna leave it for tomorrow, and then tomorrow I'll add the rest of it. But let's pretend it's tomorrow already, okay? Because I'm not gonna stay for a long time. What is gonna happen tomorrow? After you leave this one for the whole of the day, and then you wanna make the kisra, the day that you wanna make the kisra, what you're gonna do, and then you're gonna add 3 more cups of this flour. So don't worry about the measuring that I'm doing now, because it's according how many people you have in your house. If you have more people in your house, you can make more. If you have less, you can make less of it. For example, if you maybe living 2 couples at the same house and you want to make kisra, you only have to make 2 cups of the flour and 1 cup of that white plain flour, and then just mix them and leave them for tomorrow, and then come and add another 2. That you'll be fine with it. So the second day you have to add 3 more cups of maize flour in your mixer, and then add 2 more cups of this one. So how many cups you're gonna have? What I'm trying to tell you here, the numbers of cup of the maize has to be more than the numbers of cup of the white plain flour, because you don't want your kisra to be sticky. So if you're using 4 cups of maize, try to use 3 cups of white plain flour. So you don't want like too much plain flour. It's gonna be too sticky and you're not gonna have the perfect kisra. So this is my point. Now what I'm gonna do, I have already my ajin ready, the one that I made from yesterday. I'm gonna try to make that today. So this is the old style of kisra. You mix it like that and it's ready to do your kisra. Use this one. So here's our ajin, the one that I make now. This is the one that I'm going to use for the old one. This is the one that I mixed from yesterday. I already put the mixer. I add in my flour and everything. You can see how let's put everything. See, it's like to raise up natural, like it's just like the flour that I put yesterday, and today I just mix it and just put it in the sun. In this part here, I'm trying to make the second part of kisra recipe, as kisra right now, which is the one that I was telling you can make it at the same day. So as I mentioned before, in the other recipe you can make it at the same day and cook it the same day. You actually need to leave some of the leftover ajin, or make your ajin for today, prepare it for tomorrow, so you can make your kisra. But this one here is easy and you can make it at the same day. 3 hours later you can have your kisra and it's just beautiful as you want it. I'm adding 1 cup of white plain flour. So, and another thing that I wanted to mention, that to forgive me for this video is long and I couldn't make it any shorter, because try to make it short, but I'm gonna leave some information out. And if you're a beginner for the first time to make kisra, you need all of the information about this kisra thing. It took me almost a month to learn how to make kisra. So when I was wondering like if 30 minutes gonna be a lot for you to learn kisra. And don't worry, you're gonna make it. If it doesn't work through, tomorrow you will do it. Don't worry about it. Kisra is one of the hardest things that I ever see when I was learning how to cook, because I was learning to make kisra since I was 12 and my mom used to yell a lot. I wonder why, but I just know now it's a bit hard. But guess what? If you put your head down, just try it, you'll get there. I used 2 cups of white plain flour and 3 cups of maize. Now I'm gonna add 1 big spoon of yeast and 1 small spoon of baking powder. The baking powder and the yeast is the secret recipe in this recipe, because the baking powder and the yeast will make your ajin to rest quick. That's the reason that you can make it in 3 hours. While you're mixing it, you can see like there is some bubbles coming out, but you still have to leave it for 2 hours to finish.
Now I'm gonna take my ajin and put it around the area that I'm cooking. If it's not a sunny day, if it's a sunny day, you can put it outside under the sun. With the heat of the sun, it's gonna rest quick and you can make it at the same day. Otherwise, you can put it around the area you're cooking. While you're cooking, this area is gonna be warm because of the fires around, so the ajin is gonna rest quick. After you finish cooking, you can start doing your kisra. I'm gonna use the all ajin that I make before, so you can make the real action of kisra. Just for information, you don't have to mix your ajin with mufraka. You can mix it with your hand. Like back home, we used to use our hand, and even here anyway. But because I don't want to put my hand in, that's why I'm just mixing it with mufraka.
You can use anything to take your ajin. I'm gonna use this one here. Take my ajin. Let's go and do the kisra step by step. To make my kisra, I'm gonna use doka. Doka, I'm using only one of the gas. Then leave it to get warm. And then here's the hard part, I think, for most of the people. You can use any cards that you have in your wallet, like any expired cards in your wallet. You can use it for making kisra. I'm gonna use this card, but I'm gonna show you another thing that you can do. You can cut any plastic. It can be maybe ice cream lid or maybe yogurt lid, like this one. I'm using the yogurt lid. What I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna cut this part. To make it as what we call in Africa, gargariba. Just cut it any size of your choice. So I cut this one out of this. One side has to be straight, so you can be able to use it as a gargariba. Here we go. It's gonna be like this. Let's try and see how to make it kisra. You need a spread. I like this spread because like it never go wrong with this one. It's always right. Use the napkins to clean them. And then I'm gonna try with this one first, show you how to do the kisra. If your first time to make kisra, Jesus, try to put it this way and make it smaller for pieces. Don't go down. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This way. I'm gonna put water here with the bowl. in case if you have this one dirty. I'm trying to go as slow as I could. No, so.
Try to control the heat of your doka. It doesn't have to be too hot and it doesn't have to be too cold. So it has to be in the middle. You can see that from the color of your kisra. If it's too red, that means it's too hot. And for the spray that I'm using is just a cooking spray. Any cooking spray you find from the supermarket, you can use it. It's all good. Here I try to go slow so you guys can follow how I'm doing it, but you can do it faster as long that you know how to do your gorgorib and how to make your kisra. I think this one here I'm gonna make it faster and I enjoy doing that actually. One of the reasons I don't like to make my kisra inside is because of the mess of the ajin. So usually I do my kisra outside, but because I'm making this today, so I have to make it inside here. I'm sure I'm gonna do a lot of cleaning. God help.
Can hold it like this. Can hold your kisra like this. You take it out or this. If you are a beginner, so I'm sure it's a bit complicated. You hold this one like that, and then you go all the way, and then come back, and then go all the way, and then come back, and then go all the way, and then come back, all the way, come back. So let's start it like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Listen, I put again like this all the way. This one will help you for the shape of your kisra if you put it as a circle. سخني برضه سخني برضه. Because I'm making this one, so I can show you how to start if you're a beginner. Now the kisra is hot when you're holding like this, but I think you get used to it. So beginners, try to put your, and then start like that, and then start in slow motion. So if you're a beginner, you can just start like with the slow motion that I'm showing you right now. This would be the good technique until you learn how to make your kisra, so you can go fast. And do one with going fast. Give the kisra time to cook, then start to pick it up. Put it here. Now, if you like to make kisra all the time, I finish my kisra. But if you like to make kisra all the time, you must leave some of this mixing. You know? You have to leave some of the mix like this. This will help you for the next time you're making kisra. You remember before we just mixed this with the baking powder and yeast. So now you can see it's already ready. It's around 1 hour. This is how it looks like. It's already ready. I'm gonna add a bit of water. Now it's ready. I'm gonna try to make some kisra of this so you can see. It's just the same as the other one, but that one is sour. This one is not sour. Oh, that one is from yesterday. I'm gonna try it. This one here. This is the one that we make 1 hour ago. This is how it looks like. So this way we try both sides of the kisra. This is the one that we make with baking powder and yeast. If you can see, it gives you the same result. Except this one is not sour. Some people like the kisra sour, but this one is not sour. It's good for people who don't like sour stuff. Some people say it's wrong because this has it inside and the baking powder, but let's think about it. We make pancakes, and pancakes we have to put baking powder. We use it, and then we make a bandasi or zalabia, and we use yeast. So what can go wrong when it's cooked already? Nothing. It's just something that you use when you feel like you want kisra. So you make your kisra, you have leftover hygiene. What you can do is either close it, put it in the fridge if you're gonna make kisras maybe next week or something like that. But if you want it for a long time and you're gonna use kisra, you want it just like to stay in your fridge, put it in the plastic bag like that. It's gonna be sour, yeah? So you close it like this and put it in your freezer. As I'm gonna put mine like this in the freezer. That's it. Next time when I wanna make kisra, I'm gonna get it out, let it like cool or what is it called? Melt, because it's gonna be ice. So let it melt and then just use it for the new kisra.
them